Good afternoon, everyone. Vicar Jesse here, just coming to you with a daily message of reassurance from Scripture. I'm coming to you a little later today. I've been spending a lot of the day catching up on some of my seminary homework that I was a little bit behind on. This morning, one of the things I got to do was have high school Bible study. Obviously, we did that via Zoom meeting as opposed to how we normally do it, but we still had Sunday school, and that was really awesome. And we've been working through the book of Romans over the last few weeks, and today we are in Romans 8. And so I have a little more scripture today than I had for you the previous messages, but I thought this was so timely, such good scripture for what we got going on. I'm going to start with Romans 8, verse 12. Paul writes, "So then, brothers, we are debtors not to the flesh, to live according to the flesh. For if you live according to the flesh, you will die. But if by the Spirit you put to death the deeds of the body, you will live. For all who are led by the Spirit of God are sons of God. For you did not receive the spirit of slavery to fall back into fear, but you have received a spirit of adoption as sons, by whom we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God, and if children, then heirs, heirs of God and fellow heirs with Christ, provided we suffer with him in order that we may also glorify him." I'm going to stop right there. There are just a couple of things in this piece of scripture I wanted to point out. One was this claim that we are adopted as sons or children of God. We call him Abba, Father. What a wonderful message that is, because I'm a father, and the most important thing to me is taking care of my children. And our Father feels the same way about us. But a little farther down, Paul writes, heirs of God and fellow heirs with Christ, provided we suffer with him in order that we may also be glorified from him. So as Christians, sometimes we hear that because we're Christians, our life should be perfect, or we should have all these things, all these worldly wealth and gifts. We're not promised that. We're promised that we may have to suffer. And it's important to remember that as we go through difficult times, that despite those times, we are still God's children. And Paul goes on to write, "For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed to us. For creation waits with eager longing for the revealing of the sons of God. For the creation was subject to futility, not willingly, but because of him who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be set free from its bondage to corruption, and obtain freedom of the glory of the children of God. For we know that the whole creation has been groaning together in the pains of childbirth until now. And not only the creation, but we ourselves, who have the first fruits of the Spirit, groan inwardly as we wait eagerly for the adoption as sons, the redemption of our bodies. For in this hope we are saved. Now hope that is seen is not hope, for who hopes in what he sees? But if we hope for what we do not see, we wait for it with patience." We wonder why things like this happen, why we're all in quarantine, why does COVID-19 exist? And Paul tells us that this world is broken, that it was subject to sin. And because of that brokenness, sometimes bad things happen. But he also assures us that we have a promise that we're children of God. And so we wait patiently for when there will be no more suffering. There will be no more pain. When Christ returns and creation is restored. I would encourage you to read the rest of Romans 8. It has some very beautiful things to say about those promises. I hope these words have given you some comfort today. I hope today was a good day. Know that I'm praying for each of you every day. Know that if there's anything we can do at Bethlehem Lutheran Church, we would love to help. You can email us at office@blcdelmar.com, or you can email me personally at wilson@blcdelmar.com. I'll put those email addresses in a comment attached to this video. God be with you. Have a blessed day.